What's going on, guys? Joe Munoz, MunozMission.com, where it is my mission to help you on your mission, whatever that mission happens to be, okay? Now, today I want to talk to you quick on saving for a rainy day, okay? Saving for a rainy day. Now, usually what this translates into is that most people are going to tell you that you need to save 6 months worth of your income. And by the way, I don't necessarily disagree with this, okay? I think this is a good thing to do, but I don't think what you want is 6 months of income. What you want is 6 months of expenses. So let me explain this to you very, very simplistically. And what it boils down to is understanding your household financial statement. And if you don't have a household financial statement that you keep track of monthly, I would very highly recommend you do so. There's templates included within the very Munoz Mission program. Go to MunozMission.com, check it out, and I walk you through the whole thing. Now let me show you the very basics of a financial statement. It has income on the top, okay? Income on the top, expenses. The next line down would be debt, and the last line would be cash flow. This is a financial statement, otherwise known as a cash flow analysis. Call it whatever you feel comfortable and warm and fuzzy calling it, okay? But that's kind of the bare bones basics of it, okay? Now, your total accounts payable. In other words, this is how much money flows out, right? Because you have a house or an apartment or a living quarters or whatever, okay? Wherever you're living at. Okay, it has money that flows in, this is your income, and it has money that flows out. Now, the money that flows out is your expenses and your debt combined, both, okay? And they go out. Maybe, for example, your expenses include a car payment. It could be your very rent payment. It could also be your phone bill, utilities, HOA. Your debt could be a student loan. Maybe it's a credit card. It's whatever, right? This is expenses plus debt, your bills. Total money going out. Now, if you figure that your total expenses every month happen to be, let's say, $4,000. Now, whatever it happens to be, right? This is going to vary based on your lifestyle. Okay, so let's say your expenses here are $4,000. Really what you want in a bank is 4,000 times 6. Okay, that's what? $24,000. You want $24,000 in an account so that if you lose your job or whatever, okay, usually this is actually money set aside for some type of loss of cash flow, loss of income, right? You have $24,000 sitting in a bank account so you can actually kind of protect yourself and have the ability to continue paying expenses. Now, let's say your income happens to be $3,000, so you're $1,000 short every month, and you actually end up putting that money on a credit card. Having 6 times 3,000, that's 18 grand, right? That's $18,000. Well, look, if your outflowing money every month is 24 and you're bringing in 18, obviously there's a problem. So this is why you don't really want 6 months of income. What you want is 6 months of your expenses, okay? Now, depending upon how high of an earner you are, and by the way, if you're not a very high income earner and you're thinking, well, how else can I earn more money? I tell you all about how to do that at MunozMission.com. But the one thing for you to understand is that there is plenty of money out there. You got to figure out, man, how do I get my hands on it? Okay, so we got to understand, man, how do I generate more revenue for myself? How do I generate more income so that I can actually go the opposite direction and maybe begin making $68,000 and only spending 24? Now you're really looking at being in a great position to begin building wealth. So now let's talk about the 6 months, okay? Because once you have 6 months saved up in an account, you no longer really want to save for a rainy day anymore. You have your rainy day fund, okay? That's it. And like I said earlier, I'm not a huge thing, I'm not this big advocate for saving for rainy days. I like saving for that loss of income, having your 6 months, and then after that, I'm storing money to later on invest it. So if you manage to save up $24,000, you have a real shot at creating wealth. By the way, if you manage to save up any sum of capital, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. If you can put away 10 grand, I'm telling you right now, brother or sister, you have a great opportunity to develop and generate and create wealth for yourself and for your family. Okay, so let's actually talk about now what would you do with the rest of it? Well, look, since you happen to have your 6-month rainy day fund, this is your poncho, okay, this is your umbrella, all right, whatever you want to call it. Now you want to start setting money aside, not for the rainy day, man. I want the monsoon coverage. I want the severe storm category 10 hurricane coverage. How do I get that? Well, you stop contributing to the rainy day fund. That's what you do. What you do here is you actually begin to contribute money into not a savings account, but it's more of a storage, okay? When you go open it at a bank, it'll be called a savings account, but you're storing money there. The purpose of it is to store money. And you keep on just depositing money into this storage account until you reach somewhere in the neighborhood of $100,000. And when you get somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 grand, remember, this is in addition to your rainy day fund. You already have your rainy day fund. Now you start throwing dough aside into a different account. You get that storage fund to a point of having 6 figures plus, 100 grand, and now you move that money into an asset that does 2 things. The first thing that asset must do for you, it must cash flow. In other words, I need money every single month coming in. Why? So that I can make more income, continue to grow my top line, my income. And remember, on a cash flow analysis or a financial statement, we have income, expenses, debt, and cash flow. Top line is income, bottom line is cash flow. So when you hear that saying, just what's the bottom line? The bottom line is cash flow. In other words, this is what money actually we profited that I was left with. And what's the top line? The top line is how much money came in. The bottom is what we're actually left with. Okay, so what's the real story? The bottom line, right? Okay, awesome. So the investment must cash flow, number 1. Number 2, it must also appreciate over time. And that word appreciate basically means it goes up in value. Now, different things that you can do, different investment vehicles that you can park your money in to do this successfully, one of which is my particular favorite, is real estate, but it doesn't have to be that. Maybe it's a business. It's a real, true business you can go to, you can visit, much like my flight school, One Step Prep. Maybe you want to invest in One Step Prep with us, right? Hey, man, I like your school, I like your product, your service, I like what you deliver, the customer experience is incredible, the training is great. I want to invest some money with you and grow the company out. It's a real company offering a real service, and it can cash flow for you every month and appreciate over time. This is where you want to put your money, folks, not in stocks, not in some made-up paper that's not even real, in your 401ks, your SEPs, your IRAs, all this garbage that you don't even know where they are actually investing, truly investing your money. Where? Think to yourself right now, those of you that have 401ks, where are they putting your money? Brother and sister, you probably don't even know. That's not the type of control over money that anybody who has created any wealth has. So anybody who's created wealth understands and knows exactly they're controlling where their money is at. They're not leaving it to some supposed gurus investing in paper. Random pixie dust paper doesn't exist somewhere. So you want to get in control of your finances. The best thing you can honestly do, folks, right at this point, if you're here and you're watching this video, you made it this far, you now understand the rainy day fund, you understand storage, the cash flow, the financial statement. If you want to learn all about this, go to MunozMission.com. Not only am I going to teach you how to make some money, I'm also going to teach you how to manage it properly, how to multiply it, and then it goes far beyond that. Because what I want for you is a life mission, like I said earlier, of complete wealth and prosperity. Wealth and prosperity in total, complete wealth and prosperity. It's not only money, folks. You got to have great relationships, got to have love, feel love, be able to give love. You got to have excellent communication abilities, have a sense of purpose, be able to help people in life, because money isn't everything. It's a lot, but it's certainly not everything. And so I want to help you with all aspects of your life, putting attention everywhere, ultimately, so that you can live the most fulfilled and purposeful life possible. MunozMission.com. My name's Joe Munoz. If you're running into me for the first time, I'm an airline pilot. I'm a flight school founder. Started multiple companies, many of which never went anywhere, but through relentless effort, I can tell you that success is possible, not for anybody special, just for people that are willing to do special things, get up early, stay up late, commit to a craft, and ultimately find what it is and how you can help people and dedicate your life fully to that. Joe Munoz here, MunozMission.com. Can't wait to work with you there, and hopefully maybe we'll even meet right here in person in Miami.